Hey guys, it's Jess from BehatiLife.com. I am so excited to come back here on the YouTube board and put some videos out here. Number one, because I've been promising you astrology and tarot videos. Number two, this is my passion. I mean, I could talk about this all day. And number three, because you know what, this is information that it is that you've been asking for, and I am ready to deliver it to you. I did have to take a little bit of a break, a little hiatus, just because my personal life was kind of busy, and I was building up my Behati life behind the scenes. I had a lot of a vision that I wanted for it, and a lot of other stuff that was going on. So I kind of had to, draw my attention more to that, and then away from the YouTube channel, which is bad and good timing. It is what it is, but we're here now, and I'm super stoked to bring this to you and to talk more about the stars and cards and everything astrological and everything spiritual and everything that is about creating positive transformation and blessings into our lives, okay? So this is all what my channel is about. But anyways, today we're going to be looking into, in full detail, this solar eclipse, this solar new moon eclipse, and I'm going to go into why it is so important, why it's going to be really, really awesome, and why you should set intentions and you should be really excited about it. Before I go into that, I do want to apologize that I am lower energy than I normally am. And for those of you who know me, know that I'm pretty pumped. I'm a pretty pumped person. I have a lot of energy. But I've been doing readings and coaching sessions all day. And then, after I was done doing that, I did a pretty aggressive and challenging yoga session. So right now my energy is like a little bit spaced out. And I'm also ready for a nap. But don't let that make you feel like I'm not excited for this solar eclipse, because I really am. Okay, so let's just dive right in. I'm looking at the chart right now. I have it pulled up, and my thing is I like to interpret it and just kind of like intuitively feel what it is that the planets and the signs and how they're aspecting each other, what that looks like and what that feels like, and I'm just going to deliver that message over to you. And that's how I like to do everything. I'm a highly intuitive and feeling and thinking person, so I find that my best readings come when I'm allowed to express myself and to speak openly and honestly. So the first thing that is obvious that I should talk about is the day. So the day of this solar eclipse, this solar new moon eclipse, will be March 9th. It depends on where you're at in the world, what time of the day that would be, but I'm looking at it right now, and I'm in Eastern Standard Time. I'm located in Philadelphia. It looks to be around like 12:22 in the morning, 1 o'clock a.m. I didn't look at other sites to see what the exact time is, but that's roughly around the time when you'll see this new moon kind of occur. If you're out there to look at the moon, you're probably not going to see it because it's a new moon. It's hard to, you don't really see a new moon. It's kind of like a black it's covered, so it's just a shadow. But anyways, that's the time. If you'll be up, that's fine. But the important thing is that it's happening, and to set intentions. Now, this new moon is, why is it important? Well, it's important because new moons are doors opening. They're doorways of opportunity, and energetically, it's the start of something, a seed that gets planted. So you want to keep your eyes out to see what it is that kind of presents itself during that time, and also you want to set intentions. For anything that you want to come about in your life, anything that you see that you would like to visualize, that you would like to manifest. Now is the great time to start doing that with the new moon. So does it have to be at 12:22 or 1 o'clock in the morning? No, you could do it the following minutes, the following hours after that. You have a little bit of a grace period with the universe that I've noticed, that if you don't have to set the intention right then on that new moon, even though that's a really powerful time. You can always do it the date, like maybe like 2 or 3 days following that new moon, while the moon builds and it grows, because what it does energetically is it kind of expands that energy and goes to work that blessing into your life. So this new moon is, doors opening in this new beginning, this new abundance. but it's a solar eclipse, which makes this even more incredible. This is like a new moon, like on steroids, just blown up. So you have that energy, you have that magic that's working on behalf of you, trying to create this explosive door that's just gonna blast open this window that gets thrown open, and you want to see what is coming into your life, and you also want to set the intention, put it out there for the universe of the certain things that it is that you're asking for and the blessings that it is that you want to receive, because this energy is completely magnetized, magnified, huge is pretty much what it is that I'm trying to say. So it falls in the sign of Pisces, and Pisces, oh my gosh, dear Pisces, is just the dreamer. It's an imaginative sign. It's so idealistic. I think that it gets a bad rap. Like when you hear Pisces, they're just like, oh, they're just so spacey and they're so out there, which is true. That does, you know, show itself. That is true. I've got Pisces. Pisces rules my midhaven, my 10th house, which, I mean, obviously explains why I do this for a living, spiritual guidance and coaching. And I'm drawn to psychology, but all of these things are what Pisces rules. And Pisces is the visionary, like the visioner, the sign that believes that anything is possible, believes that soulmates are real, knows that soulmates are real, and is able to manifest that. So this is a great time to really tap into that side of yourself that's kind of like, well, what is my dream? What is my vision that I have for myself? Is this possible for me? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Whatever it is that you feel in your heart that you want to manifest in your life is something that I believe is divinely given to you by God, and that you should absolutely ask for it and set intentions and begin to make moves and to open up to the potential that may be lying there for you. It's an incredible, you know, Pisces is an incredible sign. So already you have a new moon, so a door opening, and then it's like times that by 6, times that by 10. Like, this is powerful. And then you have Pisces the dreamer. So to me, I'm looking at this, and all I'm seeing is the universe just being like, yo, ask me for what it is that you want in your life. Ask me and I will give it to you. I will deliver. If you are bold enough, if you visualize, if you meditate, and if you set out the intention to meditate, to ground yourself, and to reconnect with your core and with your heart, and see what bubbles up, I will work with that. That is me. That is me responding to you. That is me trying to talk to you, universe speaking, to give you a message, to visualize, and to, what is the word that I'm looking for? To visualize and to maybe test it a little bit, to you know, push the boundary a little bit. What is it that I can? How good can it get? What can I receive? So there's that, which I love. The other thing, it's like following your heart, following your passion, following your dream, your what it is that you can create, what it is that you can visualize and conceptualize in your brain. All of this is a part of healing. The more that you're able to express yourself and to take this time to be intuitive, to meditate, to get creative, it's all going to be very healing. That's another thing that I'm seeing here. And another thing that really stood out to me is the vertex point and the natal node. So the vertex point is something that I've studied from the very beginning when I went into astrology. I mean, I dived in. And the vertex point shows fated encounters, fated people, fated moments, circumstances, things that were designed and just divinely placed in there. And you can't do wrong with this. Like, if it says, like, you know, the vertex point is here and it's going to be activated, follow your heart, follow your intuition, follow what it is, like, that you are intuitively being pulled and led by, and you will be moved right into the direction of this fated encounter, whether it be a soulmate relationship. And again, Pisces rules this kind of like soulful feelingness. So this is when you can really come up with, you know, the doorway to a soulmate relationship. Now, I know a lot of people look at, a lot of astrologers, they look at Venus for that confirmation that there is some type of love connection or some type of love relationship. I don't really see Venus being aspected too much here, but it's from my experience that Venus does not only rule love relationships. There's many things that can connect and trigger a love relationship, and this is just one of those things, especially with the moon. The moon rules your emotions. Sun represents life, and it also is a masculine sign. And then you have the moon, which represents feminine and the intuitive, the darker side. You have dark and light. Those two polarities, male, female, the yin and yang, those two things coming together, they're conjoined. And then sitting, I mean, it's a perfect trine. And a trine creates a triangle, which is the energies are flowing beautifully together in the sign of Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. It's a very emotional, very sensitive place, and the vertex point represents a fated encounter. The vertex is sitting across from Pluto. Pluto rules transformation. Pluto rules things that change, things that like totally changes your life for the better. And then I'm looking at it, and I see that Jupiter is now retrograde. Jupiter is, I like that for a partner. I like that for anything. So, I mean, let me just back up. This doesn't have to be a partner. This could be a career, a job opportunity. This can represent some type of circumstance, some type of development, something good, something that it is that you want. I mean, it's totally up to you. This could be a mentor, a best friend. It could be anything. So keep your mind open to this, and also keep in mind that these are general interpretations of the chart. I'm not actually looking at your personal chart. If you would like me to look at your personal chart and see what's going on there, we can absolutely arrange that. Go to BehatiLife.com. I do astrology readings and tarot readings all the time. I also do empowerment coaching, so we can work one-on-one. So just keep in mind that this is a very general general reading. So you're going to want to see, and you're going to want to check your chart to see where Pisces is falling and where Neptune falls, and what houses are being activated here. So yeah, I mean, it just looks good. It looks really, I know that Jupiter is retrograde. Jupiter in general isn't a bad thing. It's, Jupiter is always good for the most part, but Jupiter now is starting to touch Pluto. Jupiter is moving back to touch Pluto. Pluto represents transformation. Jupiter represents abundance. It expands things. It brings blessings and brings gifts. It turns things into larger than life opportunities. Oh my gosh. And then you have the moon, which is like what it is that we're talking about here, the solar eclipse. It's the moon and the sun. It's sitting so perfectly hand in hand with Pluto right now, creating positive transformation, positive abundance. It looks like it'll be something that's just like boom out of nowhere, because you also have Uranus aspecting all of these things. Uranus is aspecting the vertex. Uranus represents is the planet of really random, like surprises, erratic things, totally breaking the norm, breaking like how we would normally do things. It's more like intuitive. It's kind of like, oh my God, I know that I must go into this next direction, and I'm going to follow my path. And that's what Uranus does. It's kind of like this zing, this little zap that's just like, oh, it makes sense now. I must go. Goodbye. And you go off into this direction. It's really incredible. Then you have the natal node here, which represents karma, and that's a whole nother story in itself. I don't think that karma is ever really bad. Sometimes this is like blessings from our past lives that come in, and people from our past lives coming in, being able to learn a lesson, being able to, what just came to me? Like karma is a lesson. Karma pushes us. When the natal node, it's something that we have to karmically learn in this life, something that we have to karmically experience, something that we have to experience, something that we have to go for and that we have to grasp for. And this, the moon is sitting right directly underneath that, directly opposing it. And it's just kind of like, it's like tempting you. It's like the universe is just like, I dare you to ask for what it is that you want to manifest in your life. I dare you. I will give it to you. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting here. Now, Is everything completely positive and hunky-dory? No, 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 no. I do see Mercury, which rules communication, sitting in Aquarius, which is a little bit erratic, a little bit eccentric. And I love my Aquarius people out there. My mom's an Aquarius. She keeps me on my toes, but you know, Mercury is squaring Mars right now, and Mars is the go-getter, the drive, the fire, the boom, 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 boom. Like how we, it can be a little bit of a warrior, how we aggress our, like how we, what's the word? How we kind of like dominate, how we kind of push ourselves onto things, how we our drive, our force for um, you know, our gusto for doing something. I'm sorry, I'm like stuttering a little bit here, but so bear with me. Again, it's it's that yoga class that I did earlier. But anyways, so Mercury is squaring that. So this can kind of cause a little bit of like a hot-headed mindset, kind of like it's something can really kind of trigger you. You can probably blurt something out, say something, because Mercury rules communications and it rules thoughts. So for that, I think that, you know, if anybody does kind of push your buttons, or if anybody does say something that just offends you and just makes you upset or makes you angry, um, you know what, just kind of watch what it is that you say. You know, don't say anything that you're going to regret later. Again, because you have Pluto kind of, I mean, Pluto is nicely aspected. I won't lie and say that it's not, but it can cause you to blurt out some things. But also, positively, something positive that I want to say is that this could just be like the last and final straw. This could be, you know, the straw that breaks the camel's back. That's just like, you know what? No, no, I'm not doing this. Like this would be perfect for the person that says yes all the time. Yes, yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'm tired, but I'll do it. Okay, I promised you I was going to do this and I can't say no to you, so I'm going to do it. So this would be the perfect time if you feel it, that you could just like blurt it out, just be like, no, no, I'm done. You know, this can also turn into a fight. So for that, I really do ask you guys to be careful with your words. Don't say anything that's gonna like offend anybody or just completely destroy them. That's not you. You are a light. You're a beam of light. You're a positive light. You're a healer. Yeah, speak from your heart, but don't destroy anybody. I have that little tendency sometimes too. When I explode, I just like poof, truth bomb. All right. So am I missing anything? Let's see. So the sun. The sun's sitting in Pisces, as we said before. It's square Saturn. So if you think about it, the sun represents life energy. The sun gives us life, and you have Saturn, which is the planet of restriction. So for me, this can show like something that kind of zaps your energy. You're gonna want to be careful that you're not overdoing things, that you're not doing anything that really does take your life, that takes your energy. Going like too hard at the gym. That's one thing that kind of came to me, that you're not being aggressive with driving, that you're not doing anything that can hurt yourself. You really want to be gentle with this. It does look like there's a little bit of a resistance, but again, I'm thinking in my head, you know, when you set those intentions, ask the universe and ask the angels and God the provider to work on behalf of you, to break apart any barriers that keep you from manifesting something magical in your life, that keep you from having faith, that keep you in the same place if you don't want to be there. Really just kind of ask the angels and the guides, and to set the intention that all barriers that stop you from being successful or stop you from entering into an amazing love relationship, or that stop you from expressing yourself and from sharing or for having a good experience, that those barriers get completely dissolved. Yeah, also this kind of challenges us. This sun aspect with Saturn, it really challenges us and pushes us to try harder, and to, I know I just said to you though, like, don't push yourself to the point where you're hurting yourself. You don't want to kill your life. Like, not that I'm saying that you're going to kill yourself or anything like that. Don't misunderstand me. But what I'm saying is that the sun represents life and Saturn is more restricting. So I just kind of see it taking the breath out of you. So this is a temporary thing, but you'll be fine. if you don't push yourself to the point where you are hurting yourself. But at the same time, also challenge yourself and challenge your thinking and challenge your obstacles, challenge the things that you feel that mentally hold you back, or challenge your obstacles in your environment that you feel have been holding you back. All right. So, am I missing anything here? Okay, so the moon, I'm looking at the moon. I mean, this is a little bit wider out. It's still kind of sitting there, but the moon is moving. Moon represents emotions. It's a very soft, nurturing, protected, vulnerable planet. Well, it's really a moon. The moon is the moon. Why haven't we named the moon? The moon doesn't have a name. It's just the moon. Anyways, I'm sorry. Side note. But anyways, and Saturn is squaring that, and Saturn represents ice and restriction and confinement and maturity and building and structure and stability. However, when it's squared, they hit each other at a hard angle, which means that for this, it kind of stifles the moon, and can depress you, can make your feelings feel low, make you feel a little bit depressed. So just kind of honor that. This isn't a bad thing when you feel, I mean, it's not a good thing. We're human. We're meant to have highs. We're meant to have lows. There's black and white to everything. There's yin and yang. It's the polarities. So sometimes you're happy and sometimes you're sad. Just kind of honor that. If you do feel sad for this new moon, just kind of go with your feelings. Journal your insecurities. Journal your the negative things that it is that you're feeling. I'm holding on to my stomach because that's where the emotions come from. Is from this chakra right here. So if you do feel a little bit depressed, or if you feel kind of withdrawn or reflective, or I guess sad, but just kind of lower energy, just kind of like a lower vibration, then just honor that. Like, take a nap, nurture yourself. This is perfect for journaling, getting out those negative feelings, and releasing those things, releasing the sadness, and opening up to this new potential, the potential that's coming in. The other thing that I'm seeing too is that the part of fortune is sitting right on top of Mars. So I just feel like wherever you put, the part of fortune represents abundance and blessings. So I just feel with Mars that wherever you set your intention, where you put your vision, where you set your sights, you get blessed. You get the it's like a little 4-leaf clover that if you set your intention to find it, you'll find it, and blick, there it is. You got the 4-leaf clover, you've got the good luck, you have blessings and abundance. All right, so guys, I know I'm a little bit lower energy right now, but I wish that you could feel my excitement. I have a lot of excitement in me. I'm really excited for this new moon. I will absolutely be setting intentions, and I really want to invite you to do that. If you want to arrange a reading with me, astrology reading, we can absolutely do that. I work mostly from home, so we can do it on Skype, over the phone, recording, FaceTime, internationally. I have a lot of international clients. I have a lot of domestic clients. We could talk face-to-face, one-on-one. If you're not able to set an appointment time, that's fine too. We can always do a recorded reading. Just send me your date of birth, your time of birth, your location of birth, and then we'll work it from there. If you have any questions that you need me to focus on, if you want to see how this new moon is affecting you, definitely let me know, and then we'll work on it together. If astrology is not your thing, then let's do tarot. We could do a tarot intuitive reading, which would be great. But I did forget to mention that I pulled a card for this new moon, and it is the leap of faith. How perfect! Woo! How perfect! Because, well, let me read it to you. This is from Doreen Virtue's Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. She is running the game in oracle cards. I'm seeing more and more people who are making their own oracle decks, which is pretty awesome. But Doreen did a really great job herself. So kudos to you, Doreen, if you ever hear this message. But this card that I pulled for the new moon is called Leap of Faith. And I don't know if you could see this, but with any type of leap of faith, I mean, you keep your head. You never really know what it is that's going to happen to you. You never really. A leap of faith is just that. It's a leap of faith. I mean, you have to kind of intuitively just kind of feel something. And that's the symbolism that I see behind this, is that her face is looking up towards the sky and looking up to the opening of the clouds part. And for me, this shows it symbolically shows that the clouds have parted, and it's like a divine message, a divine enlightenment that kind of, you know, inspires her and sparks her to take this jump. And this is something that she feels. This isn't something that she mentally thought of. This is something that she, you know, it illuminated for her, and she just jumps. And when she jumps, the universe provides for her. The universe understands and respects and responds to those who take that leap, who push it, who answer to the call of the universe or of God to make some moves and make some changes in their lives. Instead of looking down, which to me shows, you know, the worst that can happen and that she could plummet, she's looking up, and she's looking up in faith, and she has her hands open, and she's ready to be caught. So, and all of this is movement, and this is perfect timing, because this moves, this is in perfect timing with the new moon, and for setting the intention and to take that leap and to trust it, and to trust this path, and trust that you'll be caught as you go along. Okay, so I mean, this is really, and the message behind says, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And for me, I mean, this is perfect. This is perfect Pisces energy. You do not have to be a Pisces to benefit from this, but just kind of learn from and pick up on this Pisces energy, which is the dreamer, the person who is imaginative, the person who is idealistic and creative and spiritual, and feels that this is the right decision, and feels that, you know, this is in my heart, and this is something that I want, and this is something that I'm going to go for. I'm going to jump and just go for it. So, you know, if you need help with this too, if you have a dream, if you have a passion, if you're building a business, if you are ready to take that leap of faith, let's work together to do this together. If you need a boost, if you need some guidance, we can absolutely arrange that. I do empowerment coaching too, so I can help you to get to your goals. But until then, you guys, you know what? It's been a blessing. Thank you so much for joining me once again on my YouTube channel. I'm really hoping to have more and more and more of these videos to come. Also, I'm soon going to be announcing a tarot class that I will be teaching the tarot like intensively, and this is for anybody. You do not have to have a whole lot of time on your hands in order to do this. It will be live, but there will be the classes will be recorded. So if you work a 9 to 5 and your only free time is at like 11 p.m., you can definitely have access to those classes. The best way to receive updates is by following here on YouTube, by following me on Instagram, BehatiLife, or by signing up on my newsletter, BehatiLife.com. That's where my newsletter is. The information for you to sign up is there on the website. Okay. So you guys, I need a snack. Oh, before I go, check out my ring. This is from Mermaid Mana. She made this for me exclusively. I've been meaning to give her a shout out on my Instagram account, but you should definitely, it's a mood ring. It changes with your feelings, changes with the temperatures, but I've been wearing it nonstop ever since she gave it to me. So I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about my ring, but it's Mermaid Mana. You can follow her on Instagram. She made this on the island of Hawaii, one of the islands. I forget which one, but she did an incredible job. It's high quality. It's absolutely amazing, and I love it. All right. So it's been a pleasure, you guys. I love you so much, and thank you so much for joining me again. I will talk to you very, very soon.